Welcome to another episode of Life After Heroin. So, this was going to be a brief one because I don't feel good. And I'll tell you why. It applies. So, let's go back, right? You're trying to get off of heroin. You're trying to get off of any opiate. So they're going to tell you, okay, you have a couple options. You can cold turkey, or you can take a medically assisted treatment, for example, Suboxone or methadone, to ease through the withdrawals. And finally, you can take medically assisted treatments, for example, Suboxone and methadone, for long periods of time after the initial withdrawal symptoms from the heroin would have been done. They say, hey, here's this thing. It's called Suboxone. It's not even a real opiate. It's a partial opiate agonist. It works by partially blocking the opiate receptors in your brain, or basically taking up space that the opiates can't connect because it has a higher affinity or attraction to the receptor, right? So they tell you that, and you're like, ooh, wow, science, this is going to be so cool. This is going to work, and I'm not going to be a dope fiend anymore. Well, let me tell you, it's not the case. I took that stuff for a year straight, and I will tell you right now, today, even though I may not look like it, I am definitely going through physical symptoms of opiate withdrawal. And that's because I've been on this for a long time, and it is a partial opiate agonist. And they don't tell you when you walk in the door how hard it's going to be to walk out that fucking door. Okay? So here's my message for this video today. It's that you need to take all of the factors into account when choosing a medication like that. And you need to know that you will go through opiate withdrawals. You need to know that you have to handle it very carefully so that you can be like how I am right now and still able to function, even though, my nose is half running and I feel my stomach hurts, my skin is a little crawly, but I can function. And that's because I'm doing this very carefully. Well, a lot of times, and what the doctor wanted to do with me at first is, let's just cut it in half, and we'll cut it in half again, and cut it in half again, and you'll be good, And, that doesn't work that way. And, I actually have had relapses over this. I mean, not recently, but this Suboxone in general as a medicated assisted treatment, and I'm just talking about for me personally, it just didn't, it was just something that the pain of the withdrawal from it wasn't worth the, the lie I was telling myself that I was protected while I was taking it so I could feel comfortable. So here I am. I went from 3 milligrams to 2 milligrams last night. And I know that this doesn't, to read it 1 milligram, right? Anybody who knows or has taken Suboxone can be like, that's a really small amount, dude. It's true. It is true. But I'm really sensitive to it. I don't know why. Going down 1 milligram, especially at this low of a dose, I don't know. I mean, it just hurts more. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm cutting it by a third at this point instead of just a much smaller fraction. I don't know. But you gotta be careful. You need to be ready for it. You have to be in the mental space for it, I'm in a really good mental space, and that's why I feel comfortable to take this on right now, because obviously I don't want to be on this shit forever. Who does, right? Because if I sleep in on a weekend day, let's say I sleep in till 1 o'clock, I wake up at 1 o'clock, I don't feel good. I'm already starting to go through, withdrawals, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous, And I've talked to doctors about this. No, you're not. It's a 24-hour half-life. Right. Cool, but people are different, and I'm telling you how I feel, and if you don't believe me, I could fucking throw up on you, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, but I just wanted to communicate that, it may seem like a good option, but you really do need to weigh your options, and I'm not against medically assisted treatments. I am against long-term use of medically assisted treatments, aka what I just did. You know, taking it for over a year. You know, that from experience now, I'm telling you, I wish I would have stopped this sooner. I wish I would have stopped this like maybe a couple months after when I was starting to feel secure, you know? Before it got to the point where it is now, which I don't know, I'm not a doctor. I couldn't tell you if it would have been easier if I had only waited 3 months. I'm just assuming, but something, dude. I don't know. Just be careful, guys. Think about it. You know, think about those decisions and don't let doctors tell you what you have to do. You know, because I've had medically assisted treatments pushed on me really hard before, and if it's not for you, it's not for you. You know, the only reason I finally resorted to it this time, and I have to deal with these consequences now, is because I felt like I didn't have any other option because I had just gone back and forth so many times. Which, you know, now at the end, I don't know. I don't think it was worth it. I wish I would have just nutted the fuck up and dealt with it at the time, you know? Which I did anyway. Because you can still get high if you're taking Suboxone. It's not that it just, like, completely prevents the chemicals from entering your body. They enter your body. They will have some effect. If you do wait a long enough time, you will get high. You know, blah, blah, blah. All the fucking twist around bullshits that all of us had to know to get around stuff like that. But I think it was really the peace of mind that I was going after with that, you know, and I got it. But what I'm going through now is so frustrating. So, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. And of course, I mean, I'm going to keep pushing. I mean, I chose to do this, and I'm going to push through it, and I'm going to be fine, and I'm going to come out better, you know what I mean? Like, I won't let myself fail here, but, it's just something to think about, you know? Something to think about, being on that shit long term, and what effect that will have. That's all. So, but in the end, nothing is forever fucked. You're not forever fucked. I'm not forever fucked. I won't feel like this forever. I'll be better because of it in the end. You'll be better because you're getting better in the end. We're all just working to try and stay alive and not, stay alive and be happy, right? So, yeah. Well, I just want to check in with you guys. I guess on a tangent, so I am still working on all my computer stuff. I did begin a trip to Raspberry Pi Land. If you're not aware what that is, it's a single board computer, that I had put together right here. This is the card on the bottom is a controller for the touchscreen here that I put in, and then this right here is the Pi. And here, actually, let me flip this so I can see what I'm showing you. Oh, and it won't let me. Okay, but yeah, so this is the Pi. It's got two micro HDMI ports. You'll see on the upper left, those are two USB 2.0 ports. The two ports right here, you can't even see. I can't show you like that way. Hold on. So these are two USB 2 ports. These are two USB 3 ports. This is going to be your Ethernet port. Here's going to be two micro HDMI ports, and this is going to be your audio jack. Here's the power. It's powered by a USB-C cord. You could use like a phone cable, and then it's connected over to the touchscreen. And my system uses Raspbian right now, which is Linux, and I'm just getting acquainted with that. So all really cool stuff, you know. Just because I'm you know, dealing with that withdrawal thing doesn't mean I'm not doing my other stuff, you know, which is important, because it's important to me to keep up with my hobbies even when I don't feel like it, because you may be like, well, it's just a hobby, dude, just put it down for a little bit, focus on what you have to and getting through this part. But that's actually not the case. It's really more about keeping myself in that healthy mental state while going through this experience of being sick, you know, so, or being a little bit sick, I guess. I don't know. Not feeling the best.